Greetings, it is I, Dreadscape Gaming. How are all of you doing today, Dreadknights? On this Thursday, I'm not playing Master Duel. I'm going to be playing Diablo 4, because I enjoy playing Diablo 4. I want to play some more. We'll talk about the campfire chat as well. Not really too much changed, honestly, with the campfire chat. It's everything we knew. For all intents and purposes, with, stuff that the reviewers have been leaking necessarily. The reviewers have been putting out their reviews of Diablo 4, the Lord of Hatred expansion. Not much really has changed. The one, little bit of caveat of information that we got is the fact that there's more new gems available. So there's, two higher tier level gems now, which is pretty interesting in my personal opinion. Hopefully that will give us a little bit more power scaling. On top of that, they did show that there were kind of reworks to certain weapons, particularly the Mythic. The Grandfather has, increased stats. They showed off a new Mythic that I think is going to be good for just about any class. They did very briefly touch on the skill tree rework. It's basically everything that you would expect from the campfire. They just were regurgitating what reviewers said at this point. They did kind of allude that there's apparently a really good boss, the final boss apparently, so the gears in my head are starting to turn that maybe Mephisto is not the final boss of the Lord of Hatred expansion, because they teased in that campfire that the players are really going to love the final boss fight of the campaign. That got my gears in my head turning, so I think maybe we might actually see Diablo in this expansion somehow. I don't know. I think that we're going to kind of wait on that, but I don't know. That's just, again, a bit of theory crafting. So I am playing, for all intents and purposes, Dreadknights, the Blessed Hammer build, with a couple of, fun things that I could do with it as well. Basically, the Wing Strikes, as you can see here. It's a very strong build. I'm basically grinding for Paragon, as well as I'm trying to finish out the last little cachet of the season. So there's that. Okay, good. Let's take these enemies out here as well. Oops, sorry about that. My controller's a little bit messed up. There's a replacement one coming tomorrow, but it's going to take some time before we get to it. We're Paragon 98 already, which I think is kind of cool. Alright, there we go. Good job. Okay, let's see here. I am going to cast a certain skill, but the thing is, I feel like my actual thing's a little bit stuck at the moment, so I gotta wait until I get to, back to base camp here. How is everybody? But, definitely looking forward to Lord of Hatred expansion. It seems pretty cool. Let me get a mute here a sec, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Dreadknights. It's because the button was a little bit stuck. I had to blow some compressed air while I'm playing. Just not a very easy thing to do that, one-handed. Because I need to obviously use Falling Strikes to do this, so that I can get my Arbiter form. So the button gets, a little bit stuck. Okay, good. Let's go here. Pick this back up. Nice. Let's go there. Falling Strikes again. So we're basically going to be grinding some Hell Tides. We're going to finish that Butcher quest that we definitely need to do. And then from there, I'm going to do pit runs. We're going to continue to grind some Mythics. Basically, a very fun time all around. And that's basically what I have planned for today. I am very, very curious, though, exactly what they're hiding in the Lord of Hatred expansion. Okay, so we got the Whispers of the Dead. I'm not going to necessarily do that just yet. This build is really busted because we've got the Wing Strikes and then the Blessed Hammer, so you see the Wing Strikes basically turning into, a little bit of a mini Anarius, for all intents and purposes. Alright, let's go here. Do a Wing Strike, nice. Perfect. Good. Good damage rotation as well. Let's go here, investigate this. Good thing is I can stay in Arbiter form with this. I will have eventually, builds out for the new season of Diablo, as well as expansion, but it's going to take a while because, A, nobody really knows exactly what, the S-tier builds are going to be, because nobody's really, outside of reviewers, have gotten, super hands-on with the game, necessarily, right now. Good. Good amount of damage. Nice. Good rotation here. We'll go there. Look at how fast we're just grinding right now, Dreadknights. Look at this. We're in Torment 1. I will eventually get to the next Torment level, but the thing about it is, obviously, I have to play for the seasonal journey still. I'm not like super high level yet. Obviously, I started very late. I started the season like 2 or 3 days ago, so I'm just basically trying to speed run through the season. We've done pretty much a good job now. Because I'm at basically the last of the Butcher's Brutality quest line. Okay, yeah, draw me in closer. Beep around and find out, right? Okay, good. Let's do another Arbiter. You see how that's like so freaking good, and then when you pair it in conjunction with the rest of the stuff, you just like cutting through things like a hot knife through butter. Nice. Look at our kill streak run, Dreadknights. Okay, Arbiter form again. Nice. I could also play Condemn on this build. I just kind of don't want to just yet, because there might be a situation, even though it's very rarely the way I have this like perfectly optimized right now, where we may not be able to use Arbiter. Because you do kind of run down on cooldowns, even though I've done things to kind of mitigate. That's always got like Falling Sky upkeep of it. Good amount. Good amount. Let's go. Perfect. I mean, the Paladin's like super, super fun. The Warlock looks incredibly interesting with the skill trees and stuff. I am curious about the Barbarian because they did show off a little bit of footage from the campfire in regards to the Barbarian, where like they changed the way kick works. So now kick can kind of like lunge based on one of the runes that you put on it. But I'm not entirely sold on the Barbarian. Like, I want Whirlwind Barbarian to come back, but I don't know if that's going to be necessarily possible, because like for me, when I think of Barbarian, I think of Whirlwind. Okay, good. Blessed Hammer. Nice. Let's go over this way. I feel like it takes forever to get the brutality points. I have that maxed up with the seasonal journey. Let me move over here. Good. Let's go. Falling Sky is so freaking good for this build. Because you just get to stay in Arbiter form and you just keep hitting that button and it's just profiting. Look at this. So if you're a fan of the Barbarian, or not Barbarian, excuse me, Paladin, it's probably one of the easier starter builds to go with, because it doesn't take like a whole bunch to get it started necessarily. You don't need too many uniques. Some of the uniques drop pretty early on, at least for this season. That's another thing that really I'm curious about with the Lord of Hatred, how loot drops are going to work necessarily. Okay, let's go. Let me get another one here. Keep the upkeep here. Man, we're just tearing through things right now. Okay. I see your chat. Hello there, hello there. Can we play? Not right now, I'm sorry. I'm doing solo play today. I'm not playing with viewers. Thanks for coming through, though. I don't normally, like, I set time aside to play with viewers, but not today. Because I'm still trying to get into Torment level 4 before the end of the season. Okay, let's go. Let's take these out. Two-handed mace. Again, Arbiter form. Look at that. Just super clearing for things. Let me take these guys out. The Ironclad. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? How's your seasonal journey going, by the way? Because I know, if I recall correctly, you were here the other day. You said that you had just started Diablo, or the expansion. You're a first-time Diablo player. Alright, let's go. Did we finish that? We did. Okay. I'm just trying to kill through things super, super quick. How many? We have 300. Wow. This one's good also for Helltide farming, as you can see, this particular build, because look, I could just open these. I already need amulets right now. I need a mace to make this build even more powerful. There's another one over here. It's Arbiter form. We always kind of basically have an upkeep on Arbiter form thanks to this here. You can do it again. You can just keep it up. And then thanks to some of the aspects I have, particularly on this gear, I can constantly stay in basically angel form and just do divine punishment on everybody. Alright, let's check this chest over here. That's boots. I don't really need any boots. Ideally, the only thing I want is like more significant upgrades of what I'm doing concurrently. Alright, let's go over here. Falling Skies. Can I open this? I still can open this. Nice. Okay, great. Amulet. Let's look. Did I get all the chests already? I was going so quick I don't even... I astound myself. Wow. We'll be done with this health... Oh, it doesn't matter. This Helltide's about to be over anyway. Alright, let's keep pushing this way. Alright, screw it. We'll just do it for the experience right now. Dreadknight. Okay, good. Nice. Perfect. Up across. Looking around. I mean, even if we did the Baneful Heart, it's not going to matter. There's 3 seconds left in this Helltide. So I think ideally what we'll do Let's go on to the Tree of Whispers. We could also... Oop, hold that thought. I don't want those enemies killing me. So I think what we'll do is we'll go to Tree of Whispers, we'll do Reclaim on the bounty, then from there, maybe we'll do a pit run to see how strong this pit is going. Because we can do a lot in the pit. I think we could push pretty high with the pit right now, the way things have been going. Alright. Go over this way. Let's see, what gear did I get? Nothing necessarily that's worth a swap at this point, because we want ancestral gear, but we have to get past the world tier still. To do that, what is this? I don't need that either right now. Chunk it. Another thing that came out of the campfire, which I think is going to be kind of good. Let's see. Shield Bearer, Preacher. I don't use Shield Bearer skills. Relentless while moving for 2 seconds after you deal 80. Just damage, you have 30% cooldown reduction. We're going to take this. Let me zoom in on the board here. Where's the main passive that I want? It's all the way over here. Okay, let's rotate it. Let's rotate it again. Okay, so that puts that there. Maybe I can branch out that way. Let's see, Defiance. Call, which is kind of going to be useful. Battering Ram, I don't really care too much about. Injure. Okay, that would be kind of cool, but I think I'm going to leave the board this way. Again, I'm going to probably rework these at some point. So these are not like etched in stone. It's just like the next best thing for now. Alright. Let's go do a pit run while we wait for like the upkeep. Also, we should probably pay attention to our seasonal objectives. Let's see here. Pit level tier 30 to earn access to this. Okay. So we should probably start moving into pit runs. So the pit is over here. That's like the easiest place to get it. I'm surprised. I'm actually seeing people on the map too, which is kind of a nice little nuance. Okay. Let's see here. The wrong way. Behind me. Could probably get to Torment 2 already, but I want to knock out some pit stuff. Pit. We're at tier 15 right now. Okay. Let's open it up and see if we can do it. Interact with that. Upon reaching level 15 as a barbarian, you will be able to unlock things. These guys can hear the game audio, I hope, correct? I didn't check that. You can. Okay, great. Let's go. And drop this here. Nice. Paragon level 100. Gotta evade that blade. Alright, good. Yeah, we're way over-prepared for this right now. We're just going for the pit super quick. The one other thing, too, that I like about the campfire is it did say that they were going to rework the pit, which I think is kind of nice, because the density, like I mentioned this yesterday, anybody that was watching, they're like the density in the pit kind of left, much to desire. It's kind of nice that they've acknowledged that in terms of the mob density, basically like the amount of mobs that you run into while you're trying to... So I do like the fact that they are going to change it up so that it's not like parts where it's like dead zones where you're not really killing anything. That's always been kind of like my biggest concern with stuff of that nature. I'm gonna drop another spear. Good job. Continue to push this way. Nothing there. Okay, good. Alright. Let's go. Decent amount of grind going. I don't even really have to worry too much about resources, which I think is kind of a nice little thing. And at this point, I could probably even get rid of having the actual ultimate attack, but I like to save it just in case I run into like a raid boss, or not raid boss, but they're basically lair bosses that I might not be able to take anything out of them. You know, I might not be able to take them out, I guess. What I'm getting at. Good. Damage. Let's keep that up. We are zooming through these pit runs, Dreadknights. I am feeling powerful again. It took a couple days of getting back into like theory crafting and building and really kind of getting a flow for things, but I think we're back in terms of like effectively farming stuff again, which I'm happy about because I do want to do a lot of stuff. I do want to next season try out doing the tower, because I never actually have tried the tower before, because remember, wasn't really doing Diablo content for a while, so I kind of went on off and was doing other games for quite a bit. Okay, good. Do that. Nice. Damage here. Alright, nice. Just wait on that. Good again. Good amount of damage again. It's all about fast and efficient farming. Because if you can't do something super fast and efficient, why are you doing in Diablo, right? Case in point, we're already at the Lear boss. That was a pit run. I don't know. How quick do you think that was? It was super quick with 500 and something. Went the wrong way. Where's that Lear boss? We're gonna have to run through a whole dead zone here? Oh, is it this way? Oh, I'm an idiot. Idiot confirmed. I was like, why is it not that way? Mother's judgment. Okay. Whoa! That didn't even last long. We just wrecked it. I told you I was slowly getting, like, super OP in this game. Let's upgrade. Okay. Nice. Nice. So powerful. So strong. Nice, nice, nice. Put 3 points into this. Let me look. Willpower. And then we'll go up here for movement speed. We'll take this because it's call. We'll also get the vulnerable damage. Then we'll move into this. I might then branch that way. And then maybe this way, just to get cooldown reduction. And then we'll branch that way. That's like the plan. Again, wow, that was super fast pit run. I was not expecting it to be that fast. We're getting there, we're getting more powerful. More powerful than we could ever imagine, Dreadknights. This is Blessed Hammer or Wing Strike build. I like it. It's fun for the Paladin. There are better builds that you could use. This is kind of a mix of like 2 S tier builds at the moment, but we're still gearing up, obviously. We're still trying to climb the tournament levels. What do I have to do to unlock this? Den of the Apostate? What do we have to do? Torment 2. Can I do Torment 2 already? Let's see. There's a statue around, right? Let's also claim this. Meat box maybe? No, let's get a collection of chaos. This meat box I really don't need at this point. Is that a unique? Give me the unique pants I want. Alright. That's... eh. It's better than what we have. It's an ancestral, so I'll mark it. Are all these ancestrals? Probably not. No. No. Because I'm trying to upgrade to ancestral items now. We have a tassel? When did we get this? I don't even remember. I'll mark it, and we'll just put it in the box. I'm not going to really, like, change my gear at the moment because I don't want to, like, waste a whole bunch of time doing things. You're not the blacksmith. You're not the blacksmith. I heard the blacksmith. I think he's up that way, if I remember correctly. Chunk it. Alright. Where is the statue? That's not it. This town doesn't have that statue. Let's see if I could do, Torment 2 now, because I think we're a little bit overpowered right now, so we should be able to move it up a tier again. Kyovo Shad. Piece to fixes bloody items, trigger opponent effects. Let's go up this way. Do I have access to Torment 2? Locked. Unlock Artificer's tier and conquer 25 on this character. What is that supposed to mean? How do I do that? Okay, well, we got a bonus here. I guess I still have to do some more of these, perhaps? Are you really locking progression behind the seasonal journey? I don't really like that. You must increase your difficulty tier at the difficulty statue, but I can't get to Torment 2. I did that one, right? So what's holding me back then? Is this Torment 1? How do I unlock this? Unlock Artificer's tier and conquer tier 25 on this character? What do you mean by that? Is that in the pit, maybe? Let's see if the pit level's increased. Because they've changed so much since the last time I've played. Like, it used to be you just could run in the pit and do the levels, and you just keep progressing. Like, the one thing I would hope for the lower expansion is don't, like, gatekeep me behind difficulty settings. Let me play the difficulty setting that I'd like and want to play on, as opposed to having to, like... Can I go higher than this? I can, okay. So we'll do tier 20, and then we should be able to get to Torment 2. Alright, let's do it. May the odds be in our favor. I think we're pretty well geared up at the moment. Because I need to get to a higher rank, so that way we can, you know... What's going on here? A little bit server lag. Okay. Yeah? Okay. That's different than I was expecting. It's fine. Sorry about that. Sometimes I guess you'll get a little bit of server wonkiness. Okay, let's do this. Let me just try to lock in here. Difficulty's a little harder now, which is good. I'll keep doing this so that we can... The whole point of this build is staying in Arbiter form as much as possible. And because of the way that we have our aspects, it should be, in theory, pretty easy to do. Thanks to, obviously, the skill set we're using. Very basic Blessed Hammer build. Very strong. Very good for speed farming at this point. At this junction, obviously, there's still are builds that you can use that are slightly stronger. Okay, good. I hate those ones that throw the blades. Let's go this way. We're gonna try to see if we can kite the enemies towards us, basically lure them into us, so I don't have to keep coming back. Kind of an old Diablo 3 strategy, you could say. That way we just have, like, the maximum amount of uptime here. Okay, sorry, that wasn't supposed to hit 2 times. Sometimes my alt trigger will get a little bit stuck, but, I mean, in this particular situation, it's fine. Okay, good. I think we cleared through that portal super fast. Nice. Wrong way, genius. Okay, good. Nice, let's throw up some Blessed Hammers again. It's better, just like... Did I teleport there? I did. Okay, nice. Sorry about that. If you heard a little bit of noise trying to blow some air into us, so it doesn't get stuck. Let me do this. Give me a couple minutes to just kind of move around this way. Nice. Nice. Perfect. Do that. Good. Sorry about that. I know the damage rotation is a little off because the bird got a slight bit stuck on the button, so I was doing casting 2 of them. That's why I threw up the ultimate. Good. Let's go. My new controller comes in tomorrow, thankfully. But, you know, I have to wait. Still. It was originally supposed to be delivered today, but the problem is I couldn't deliver it today. Amazon, you know how it goes sometimes, bros. Good. Nice. Okay, good. Good amount of damage. Almost at the pit level. Okay, good. Where's the rest of the enemies? Rotation's a little weak on that. Okay, good. Nice. Perfect. Good amount. Let's keep going this way. Go back into Arbiter form. Slowed me down a little bit, but that's fine. Paragon level 104. Good. Nice. Good. Good amount of damage again. Getting close to the boss. Gotta kill a couple more enemies to generate the portal. Okay, nice. Good. We're running. Do it again. Perfect. Give me that portal. So close yet so far, Dreadknights. So close yet so far. Alright. I love the fact that this freaking spear just kind of drops down, so you have like a good amount of mobility going on. Okay, nice. Okay, there we go. Guardian Layer activated. Let's see how hard this one's going to be, because they are a little bit tankier. I say that as I continue to curb stomp that enemy super quickly. Nice. Oh, not yet. Okay. Pit level, success chance 100. Let's see. One of these. Got one more chance of this, right? Let's do that because it's equipped to something. Alright, perfect. That was painless, Dreadknights. Super painless. Alright. I'm gonna take a sip of hydration and do something, so please wait with me here a second. Okay, thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting. Back here. So we should be able to unlock Tournament 2 now, difficulty. So we'll be able to get more significant loot. I don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. This is an ancestral home. So I'm gonna keep the ancestral home. This is an ancestral flail. These boots aren't ancestral. The gloves don't matter right now. Shield, better. This is better. Again, we just need like a new pair of gloves for that. The pants. Okay, so we got some things that we can kind of swap out. I'm not gonna really do that just yet. Because if we waste a whole bunch of time there, it will be like not efficiently farming.
What's left, you ask?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put stuff we don't need in the box, like that. Because we could gear up, but I'm gonna be changing stuff out still, and I'm still looking for very specific things. We're Paragon 105 already, crazy. Okay, let's go to a new tournament level. We're at... I did tier 25. Was that not good enough for the pit? Oh, Tournament 225, I'm an idiot. Dread can't read, confirm. Alright, let's go for it. Trying to lock in a new tournament level. May the odds be in our favor, Dreadknights. Your character's attack power is a rough estimate, that's fine. Okay, good. Do this. Yeah, we're still blowing through things very quickly. Incredibly quick. I love this build, man. This build's super good. Alright, dead end. Keep pushing elsewhere. Okay, nice. Wow. Wing strikes, so freaking good. Okay, good. Ooh, they pushed me back. Interesting, fascinating, that's fine. Alright, let's keep going. This is though like the thrill of my life when we get stuff that's like very similar to like the Greater Rift system. I do like the pits for that because it definitely does feel like a Greater Rift in a way, but I would prefer a little bit better density on the mobs. It's like here in this particular area, I gotta hope that we can just kite them to the area that I want. Okay, good. Let's keep moving. Perfect. Nice. Good. Keep moving. Go in there and our upkeep with this. Perfect. Let's keep the bonus streak going too. Very important for what we're trying to accomplish. Alright, let's use another one of those, because we're just going to get it back real quick, if you don't notice, because like our cooldown on this is super fast. It's the way we set up the build. Paragon 106. Let's go to the next area. It's all about fast, speed, and efficiency here. If you're not doing something super fast, you probably shouldn't be doing it in Diablo 4. Because that's really what it comes down to. Nice. Perfect. Drop this here. Damage rotation again. Just nice chill speed farming. I will say, like, I thought the paladin wasn't super strong in the beginning, but it just took a while to get the build going to the way I wanted. Because I will be honest, like the first day or two I was a little bit underwhelmed. I'm like, oh no, it makes sense now. I see what everybody else was clamoring about. You do definitely feel like a knight of the holy agency. Right? Because I guess paladins technically are, what, Tyrael? Or not Tyrael, excuse me, are worshipping Inaris in this game, perhaps? Inarius is a character that definitely needs, like, some type of redemption arc, unfortunately, because the way that his story ends in Diablo 4, I'm not going to spoil for people who haven't played it, but if you know, you know. You know, a little bit disappointing. They built it up quite a bit, and then they just made him the butt of the joke of the Diablo 4 universe. And he was, like, so important in, like, Diablo 3 lore, and then what we ended up getting for Inaris. Like, I feel like he needs a redemption arc, but I think he would work with, like, Mephisto anyway, at this point. You know? I wouldn't be surprised if Mephisto has him in his back pocket, and we're gonna see him again in the story. I don't know, because I haven't played through the story, keep that in mind. It's just me theorizing stuff at the moment. Good. Okay, nice. Kill streak we got going. Almost. Good. We're really blasting away for things. Alright, let's do that again. Just gotta reset stuff. Okay. Scoop. Nice, perfect. There we go. 774 kill streak. Nice. Amazing. Okay, saving Hive Master. How hard are we gonna hit you, too? Still pretty busted, even in Torment 2. Let's go. Nice. Awaken a Glyph. We should probably just continue to max this out for now. 1 point into that one. Let's go, man. Clearing through the pit. How fast was that pit run? That's what I need to know. That was super fast. Okay. Get anything good for our troubles here? We did not.
Finest jewels in Sanction.
Oh.
Fare thee well.
I thought you were the blacksmith. I don't want you. There's the blacksmith. Chunk. Okay. We're also upgrading our codexes. This is basically what Endgame is at the moment. There are other things you can do too. Obviously, seasonal theme. Vulnerable. Let's branch this up, and then we'll go up this way, and then to that. Alright, now I think I can get the world tier change. So we can do Torment 2 difficulty now. We might have to upgrade our gear now, but we're gonna wait on it to see how hard some of this stuff hits. Alright. Did it. Is this a capstone dungeon? Why are we getting a capstone dungeon again? Alright. I need a mace. I still haven't gotten the mace I wanted, Dreadknights. Ancestral. I'm gonna hold it for now because we don't have a lot of ancestral items. Okay. This is time me to do the den to get to rank 5. So we should probably do it. So I can get to the next part of the season journey. You join me, we're playing Diablo 4. Season of Slaughter. Alright. How hard do you think these things hit? Are they scaled down? Yeah, they look like they're scaled down. Okay. That's fine by me. Oh, maybe not. These things are hitting a lot harder than I was expecting them to. Is this Torment free difficulty, maybe? Or are these modifiers just added annoying? Okay. I think those modifiers were just annoying. We have to destroy 2 altars here, right? Yeah. Well, obviously, as we go higher up in the ranks, the game is going to get harder. That's what tournament difficulties are for. There's one over here. Perfect. Good amount of damage. Goodbye. Good amount of damage. I'm going to ignore those because they're not really important for this particular thing. Again, speed and efficiency is what really matters here. Get the arbiter back up. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should be a little careful how I do this. I can't, like, potato burn now. Okay. They also have, like, a lot of AoE effects. That's what makes this particular area a little bit more difficult. Which is fine. I welcome that. I welcome a little bit harder challenge, because harder the challenge, the better the loot potentially here. Alright, let's go this way. Just gotta find the last one, wherever it is. We're dangerously low. I gotta do some resource generation here. Can't have all our stuff. Alright. Where is that last thing that we need? Do this now. I mean, we're still in a good spot, but this is definitely where we're gonna start to have to, like, upgrade our gear a bit more if you want to see, like, significant things happening. Stride chest. Need that last part, too. Wherever it is. Okay, goodbye. Defeat one more. You're not him. Oh, this thing is pretty tanky. Alright, let's do this. This thing is very tanky. Incredibly tanky. I will probably have to be a little bit more cautious against this thing. It might be able to one-shot us if I'm not careful. Okay. Thank you. Can I go for here already? Do I not have to clear the objectives? Apparently I don't. Okay, that's weird. That's not gonna come back to bite me in the rear end? Is that a glitch for the capstone dungeon? I wonder. Seems weird that we don't have to clear all the enemies to get that done. Let's get the warden here. Good. Maybe we're not ready for this content. It's a possibility. We'll try our best, right? We're still doing pretty good. But I think, yeah, definitely now we have to start swapping to ancestral gear. We can't let this gear carry us anymore. It's ironic that 50 points are really going to make a difference, but they are. Okay, we killed that guy, so we don't really have to deal with these small fries anymore. Go spear. Nice. Perfect. Damage rotation. Go lightning spear. Bring our science back up. Hit there. Probably gonna use this for safety. Whoa, 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 whoa. Too much, too soon. Yep, this is much harder. I'm not complaining by that, keep that in mind. Just, we might be a little under geared to deal with this right now. It's feeling like we are. I'm probably gonna take a death here. Oh, this thing is so tanky, it's not even funny. Trying to, like, untank them right now. Oh my goodness. Ah, those affixes are killer right now. Yeah, we're under geared for this. Woo. I didn't think we were even gonna kill that thing. And I'm kind of low on potions now, too. That's our problem now. It's a lot of AoE things I don't like in this particular area. I think we're going to have to come back to this. This might be the first wall that we've actually hit in the season. Take that. Yeah, this might be, until we're ancestral gear, it might not be the wisest idea to be here. I'll try. I suspect it's too early to do this. We need a lot more stuff, better gear to be able to tackle this part on. It's fine. Every once in a while you're going to run into a wall, and at least you know what the limit is. Okay. Take that. Alright, let's keep moving. I don't know if this is a wise idea. Okay, the warden died ironically quicker than anything else. How does that happen? Make it make sense. Guess we'll ignore these guys then and just go straight to wherever the warden is. We can. We've hit the token cap. I didn't even think that was possible in this season, but apparently here it is. Well, I guess whatever that token cap is, we can't. I'm surprised. Have you ever seen that? Hang a token cap? We have like 1,000 of them? Oh, crap. Oh, that is a lot of things. Let's get rid of this last warden. Please don't be a dead end. I'm trying to ignore them because maybe I could just get to the boss and get out of this. Just like ignore stuff that doesn't really matter to the gameplay loop right now. Slay tormented druids. Oh, lucky for us, there's one that's not too far away from here. Oh my goodness. Everything hits so hard. Good. Dread wanted a bit of a challenge today. But we are a little bit under here. Okay. Do this. This feels like we're doing Tournament 4. But this is only like, I think, Tournament 2? Oh my goodness, that is so much death over there. Ah. Let's do this. I need to regenerate some resources. But these guys are not the important one. The important one's over here. See, that's the one I'm after. There we go. Keep up. Door has been unsealed. Where's the door? That's a major question, so I can just fight the boss. The good thing is, testing this out, I kind of know what I gotta do now. So we gotta do a little bit of the busy work, and we're gonna have to, like, start putting some ancestral gear on our stuff. Maybe master work a little bit too. I'm concerned, because I feel like if we don't do a specific thing, I should move back. You're probably like, what are you talking about, Dread? Basically what I mean is, right now, ideally, I need my ultimate. Even though we're not doing necessarily bad against these guys. You just gotta be careful of, like, the one-hit kill. Alright, let's do that. Let's pop that. Health potions, they're kind of important. I feel like when you need this to actually, like, really proc, like, when you need the health potions, you don't really get them, and then also the cooldown. Holy crap, the cooldown is taking forever. Okay. We're still okay. Oh, I gotta move back. That's an OTK. One hit kill. Ah! Crap. Can I do that? I don't know. I don't care, man. Do what we gotta do here. Take this. Come on. Oh my goodness. This is crazy for a boss battle. Oh, gotta get rid of that. Leave me alone. I'm trying to break the freaking altars. There we go. Almost. Careful. Careful. Oh, jeez. You know what it's doing? Poison. It knows. It's trying to poison me to death. I'll play keep away game. No. Bro, stop cheating. Oh, thank goodness we got him. That was hard. Alright, capstone complete. I felt like that was Torment free difficulty there. We're kind of undergeared. We should probably not do that again. Alright, yeah, it's definitely time to fix some of our stuff up. Hey, we did it though. And all they gave me was crappy. They didn't even give me ancestral pieces for that. Alright, nice. Let's look at that before we go anywhere. Alright, so we did 4. We're on Seasonal Journey 5 here. That feels good. Is this gonna matter at this point? Boost chance of finding additional slaughterhouse keys? I don't need that. Let's relocate. I don't need any of that. Finding bloody activity keys. Boost the amount of fresh meat dropped from the sources. Chance to earn extra upgrades when improving glyphs. That might be useful, but let's do this first. Shall we, Dreadknights? You joining us for playing Diablo IV Seasonal Journey. What happened there? Okay. There we go. I have one more? Okay, sure? Alright, so where are the Season 5 objectives? Or rank 5, I should say. Hey, not bad. I think we've done a lot of these already. Oh, yes! Give me something good. Please give me... Oh, look at all that. Nice. Better upgrades? Better upgrades? A lot of better upgrades. Alright. Good. I need a Mantle of the Grey and our Ancestral version. Great. Better pants. What else do we have here? This is probably not going to drop anything significant. Hold up. Maybe something mixed in there. Might be another unique. It's not a unique. That's not a unique. That's not a unique. It's not a unique. It's not a unique. It's not unique. Nor is that. Okay. Well, nice. Go back to town. And then from there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start putting better pieces of gear. On, because now we need the power item 800. And we also got to do like that last seasonal thing with the Butcher's Brutality. Everything I'm doing today has a purpose. It's just like how the season works. Need to do two things here. I'm gonna verify something before we're not in this area, so we don't waste like a whole bunch of time on certain things. Okay. What's the board? Yep, I figured we had the last of that. So we finished the seasonal actual board. Give me a mythic. Please be a good mythic. Ooh. This is why I was like, I'm not going to upgrade anything until I get that last thing. Alright, what's our mythic? That's going to be the most important thing. We got bloody stuff. Okay, great. Bloodied. Yeah. 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 Look. Do we not get a mythic? Aren't we supposed to get a mythic? Did I just get cheated? The game did not drop a mythic from that. Are you kidding? What? I shenanigans. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to find my own mythic. I would have assumed the game would have done that already for me, but apparently not. We could do some boss farming too, if we need to. I'm just gonna go here a second. I'm kind of annoyed I didn't get a mythics. But we're gonna gear up again, okay? There's certain things I'm not gonna drop. There's nobody here for that. Back to Kill Shed then. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna re-aspect certain parts of our gear because we need a little bit better numbers. Do this.
Father bless.
Get rid of the junk. This is 800 item power. Weapons need to be one-handed for this. This is an okay sword for now, but it doesn't have a socket. I don't like it not having a socket. These is better. Okay. This is actually really good because it gives falling star power up, so we will definitely do that. So many different things I have to do right now, so we're gonna have to fairycraft a little bit here. I'm sorry about this. The helm don't have a socket though. This one does. Oh, but this has two. Is this what I think it is? There's a helm? Okay. I'm not using this helm. I can't use the chest piece. Those are pants, though. This is a legendary flail. Might be... Not having the vulnerable damage is a deal breaker for me. So I'm sorry, some of this stuff's gonna take a bit. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. 6 faith. Maximum life is increased by 450. Poison resistance, physical resistance. Free to clash, 5.2. So much stuff we gotta do. Okay, so first things first. This home we're gonna switch. We need the one where Valor gets increased. So keep your eyes out for it. It's a good thing we did a whole bunch of pit runs here, Dreadknights. Or is it evade? Past skills. Utility, maybe? Phase. No. This might take a bit. Valor skills generate. Applied to another equipment. I think this is it. Let's do the comparison. Okay. Now we gotta do the Arbiter duration, because if I don't do that and it doesn't give me what I need in Master working, it could be a problem. Helm. Let's see here. Arbiter duration. Temper. 35%. Perfect. Can I put any everything on here? Cooldown and condemn. I'm not using condemn currently on this build. Block chance not gonna matter too much. Maximum life. Fortify generation. I don't really like that, but let's try armor. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think I can only imprint one skill here. Yeah, let's not brick an item doing something stupid. Okay. Next thing I need, one of these in here. Oop, sorry about that. Let's see if I can junk this. I know I'm like theory crafting on the fly, but I have to. This is part of the game too right now. Can't get rid of that because I need a ancestral that. Yeah, ancestral that. Legendary pants can be swapped out. This is discipline skills. So let's compare. 182 strength, 44 maximum life, 58 life per second, 5 dodge chance. 19 strength, that's 182. This is worse. This is worse. Let's compare here. No strength, faith per second, but it's bloodied. Strength on this one, but the rest of it's kind of, yeah. But not having the strength, I don't think is a good idea for me personally. I don't like that one either. Can't use any of the two-handed weapons, so those are kind of a wash. Gloves I can't use either. We already can get some parts back, right? Alright, let's see. From the pants options for now, we're just going with best in slot for now. And then we'll, like, work on gear and stats when we actually get, like, higher up. Because a lot of this stuff is going to be taken out anyway. We're building towards something else. 90 strength, 182, Arbiter's evade cooldown. First applying judgment. I'm going to switch the skills, so don't worry about that. 118, 182. Don't need that either.
What will it be?
That's going to get junked. Alright. On my pants right now, I have discipline skills, or disciple skills, excuse me. Alright. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put the pants here. I gotta look for the one that's the disciple skill. Sorry, I know this is like not the most fascinating thing for some people, but I need this. Is it for weaken? Is my pants the one that has weaken on it? Yeah, okay. Just gotta double check. I don't want to like mess up and do something stupid. Which one is it? Judging, resolve, healing, damage, basic skills, lucky hit. There it is. Alright, we got a better pair of pants now. Stronger. Alright, that's gotta go. Next up is the... Hold on. Actually, before I do that, did I imprint anything on this? The Arbiter thing. Okay. 5.2 armor in Arbiter form. Alright. So, let's go Masterwork here. On my pants. Let's see, it's a utility here. Don't think it's a utility skill. Oh, it is a utility skill. Okay. We got a good roll. 4.3. I hope it doesn't brick. That's the one thing I hate. 4.8. 5.4. I'm not gonna do it one more time. I think it would have bricked if I continue. Okay, that's good. Just trying to continue the same skill sets that we had before. Let's get rid of that.
Come back if you need.
Alright, let's look at the talisman. 153 strength, movement speed, which is kind of important, shower resistance, maximum life, but 1 feet on kill is really good of a skill. Do I have that on anything else? Movement speed. Resist. This is worse than what I have on. This is the best one we have now. I guess we'll have to take it, right? So what we'll do is we'll swap out this. That's Arbiter form increases by stacking 12 times. Make sure we have that, because if not, I gotta actually salvage that as well. I know, it's a lot of favorite crafting that goes on with this game. This is what I enjoy doing. I know for some people it might be like, huh, why is he doing? Why is he constantly swapping his gear? Why is he doing that? All these things have a point. Vertically. I'm looking for one that'll basically say that it's on. That's not it. Let's keep moving. And I'm doing this too because now that we're in Torment 2, I need to have better stats on my gear, because if not, we'll just get like steamrolled. Defensive skills, let's see. Do we even have this one? Maybe we don't, and I have to just break that thing down. It's barriers. Let's see the offensive skills. Ultimate. I think this is it. Oh, we don't have any more materials. Gosh darn it. Okay, so we gotta save that for now. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that. We'll probably get better things. We'll have to continue. We don't have enough mats to continue to do it, because it does get, like, kind of expensive, as you can see. Alright, let's put some more points. This would be good for now, anyway. Okay, we've got the Relentless skill up. Nice. Alright. We need more crafting materials. I feel like we should do a Leer boss to test out exactly how powerful we are right now. Because, like, we pretty much have, at this point, completed our seasonal journey. Flames and Gulf. Where are the Leer bosses, though, on the map? Do they mark them? I don't recall. It's been a while since I played. I know of one, but we didn't have a good time going against Mephisto before. Where was he? He was tucked away somewhere, too. That was kind of annoying. I mean, we could use the filter, too, but I don't like to do that, necessarily. Should we try it, for sake of argument? Let's try it. And see if we can handle it with the gear that we have on. Because if not, that's like a good test to see if we're ready for some Leer boss farming. Sorry about that. Like I said, controller sometimes will get stuck after a while of using it. See, that's kind of a little bit stuck right now. Okay, it's fine. We're still taking care of these things pretty quickly. Paragon level up. Yeah, I gotta... Don't want to get out of the... Give me one sec. It's stuck again. Oh, lovely. Sorry, I know blowing into a controller is not something necessarily it's great for the ears, but you get at least air SMR. Hate that. Stop getting stuck button. Like, not the time for it to get stuck, to be honest with these guys. And it's, yeah. Okay. Let me do the smart thing. Because I don't want to die in this area, and then I have, like, a whole bunch of things. Let me mute. New controllers tomorrow. Sorry about that. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that, because I know you don't want to hear me constantly blowing air into a controller. Just to kind of fix it. Okay, there we go. That would have been very catastrophic had that actually happened at the boss. Even though I'm not sure if we could beat this thing. I'm gonna try my best. Because I did a different difficulty setting, and it was kind of rough. There's all this that you gotta kind of deal with. It's gonna come and attack us. Wait for his life bar, Dread. He killed me in one hit. We are not ready for that. Good to know. You know that saying, beep around and find out? We beeped around and we found out that we are not ready for that. We probably could take him in Tournament 1 difficulty, but we definitely could not take him in Tournament 2 difficulty. Alright. That was kind of scary. Okay. We could do it in Tournament 1, but I can't switch the difficulty, so we wasted some keys, but it's fine. Because we're not fully ancestral out yet, so that's our gatekeeper for now. Alright. So then, basically, what we're gonna have to do in place of that... Can I do it in our capstone? That would be crazy. No way. Let's go do a Helltide. We can get, like, better ancestral gear. Hopefully we'll get, like, a unique, too, while we're at it. Man, that guy one-clapped us, literally. Woo! Well, I mean, that's part of, grinding the season, too. Knowing where exactly your gatekeeper is, so that way you can just continue to grind and get a little bit better and stronger and improve. But man, I wasn't expecting to get killed in one hit. That was super scary. Alright. These things we can take that down. Good. That was also, by the way, like a... I don't want to say an Uber version, because not exactly an Uber version, but that was like one of the last bosses from the Vessel of Hatred campaign. See, we're still killing things in Tournament 2, it's just that our boss is like a little bit extra harder content, so we probably should be a little bit better prepared with gear. You know. Some of those boss battles are like super hard. For good reason, too. Come on. Spawn the enemies. Spawn them. I need it, I want it, I deserve it. Okay. I feel like we're killing things too quickly on the main world map, though. There's a possibility. So this is Blesser Hammer build for anybody who doesn't know. Basically, as well as like Wayne Strikes mixed into the mix. If not, these two together kind of really work very well in conjunction, as you can see. Deal a really good amount of damage. My thing is you gotta obviously constantly keep your Arbiter form up, which you use with the skill that I'm using on my LT right now. Come here. I'm not afraid of you. Goodbye. That's supposed to be like a very big baddie? I'm not afraid. Okay, let's go back into Arbiter form. Test that. Show the boss. We're still getting things way too good. Ooh, gotta love it. Good amount, 130 kill streak. I need to get some mana regeneration. Technically it's faith, though. See how my bar's lowering quite a bit. Okay. I'll go Arbiter, but I want to just kind of have the enemies pull to me, because if not, it's kind of like a waste. I could also put Condemn as a skill on this build. I'd have to give up the ultimate skill, which I'm probably going to, because I don't necessarily need it. Because basically I can just get into the form anyway at this point. Show yourselves. We're just killing a whole bunch of pigs at this point. Or I think they're warthogs. What do you think they are, Dreadknights? What's everybody, by the way, having for dinner today? I'm going to be eating a sandwich. Just a nice little classic wrap sandwich. Trying to eat a little bit healthier. That only gave me 2 things. Bloodied Legendary Amulet. Oh, I need Ancestral gear. If it's not Ancestral, I don't care for it right now. Alright. Let's see. So that's a chest over there. We'll go loot it. We needed a couple cinders to do that for those people who maybe are not familiar with Diablo content, so you're probably like, what the hell is he doing? I'm doing Helltides. Helltides, the whole point of it is to open all these white and orange chests that are on the map, as well as to, like, just continue your Paragon form. In order to do that, you have to kill a whole bunch of enemies. They drop cinders. Cinders you could use to open up chests based on a certain amount of cinders. So, like, if it's a pants or gloves chest, it's usually, like, 75. If it's a weapon one, it's usually, like, if it's a two-handed weapon, hold that thought. It'll be closer to, like, 125, 150, depending. Like, usually the two-handed ones are 150. And then the ones usually that are one-handed are 125. Sometimes rings are 75. Sometimes I've seen them a little bit higher at 125 if they're like a necklace. See, so case in point, we're opening this chest. Handguards, that basically means gloves, for anybody that doesn't know. Ideally, what I'm looking for are white drops, which are called unique drops. Mythics would be nice too, but we have to farm bosses to be able to get access to that. And again, since we're still trying to gear ourselves up in Torment 2, because as you go higher up in the difficulties, obviously enemies have a lot more HP. They scale. I think there's still dynamic scaling in Diablo 4, if I remember correctly, too, so we have to do a lot of things, right? Constantly swapping out gear, constantly upgrading gems, constantly putting, like, rune words on stuff that might help perfect the build. I don't have, like, enough of the rune words that necessarily I would like to have for this build, Brett, you know? And as you can see, we're also out of favor of tokens. We can't use them anywhere else at this point, because we kind of maxed out on that, which means you've been kind of grinding a lot in this game. This is actually my comfort game, believe it or not. Any of the Diablo games, but I've kind of got a newfound appreciation for Diablo 4, because they've done things to make the game better. The Lord of Hatred is, like, basically Diablo 4.5 in terms of so many different things that they've changed. I don't want to exit the Helltide. No, I don't want to go back to base. I have no reason to be at base right now. Let's disembark from here. So that's basically what we're doing. Just grinding Paragon. Oh my god, that's a lot of enemies. I mean, just use the ultimate. Holy hell, that's a lot. That's more than I was expecting to be there. That's fine. We could still kill these things quickly. It's just obviously with that many enemies that are on screen at the same time, like, oh, holy hell. Woo! That's a fast one. Well, 100 cinders. Hold that thought. The other thing too is, like, with the Helltides, as you see that little bar that's on above my head, it's red, that's filling, that makes the actual enemies get harder and harder until, like, a mini boss appears. The mini bosses are kind of hard. See, this one's 150, so I need still a couple cinders to open it. What is it? Is it single-handed? It's a light weapon, so I do want to open that chest because I need a white mace to make this build even more powerful than what you see at the moment. A very specific mace that I need. I haven't been too successful in getting it so far. Because again, you know, RNG is a big factor in games of this nature, dungeon crawlers. Give me 150 cinders. That's 150 cinders. It's also good for Paragon farming. Right now, basically, I'm at 111 Paragon. And then you add the 60 levels from the base game, and I'm basically, like, level 171, roughly. No, more than that, like 181, actually. If I'm doing my math correctly. Streamers don't do math on stream, right? Good. Only 40? They're making me go far away from the chest I want to open. And now I'll probably forget it. Let's alter a little if I've already touched. More enemies coming. Arbiter form. Let's go RB. 150. Okay, great. Let's go on our high horse, literally. Come back over here, open this. Come on, RNGbus. I need a white mace. We did not get it. It would have like a white aura around it. Cry and vomit. No. I don't need that. I don't need that. This is basically crap loot compared to what I was doing. Alright, well, if at first you don't succeed, cry again. Well, let's continue our farm here. No other choice. Good. And drop the holy bolt down. And basically what I'm doing now is pretty significantly hard content. Okay, Helltide has expired, so... Now we go back and do something else for a bit. We have to wait 5 minutes for the next Helltide. I didn't realize that the Helltides went by that quick. Scroll Brutality. That's a lair boss. I don't want to do the lair bosses at this rank because I don't think it's going to benefit us. Let's see. That's ultimate skills. This will add strength in the armor. For now, we can always unsocket them, just so we have a little bit of oomph, a little bit of gusto to things. Put this one also. Wait, what does this do again? No, I don't want this. Why would I put this on there? I'm an idiot. Confirmed. I have to go to the jeweler to unsocket that because it's kind of a waste on that, but that's fine. I realized I might have socketed the wrong thing. It happens sometimes. You know, you're in a rush. Grinding. What is this over here? That's not worth doing. Well, the pits are worth doing, but... East and Ice. Should I try one of these again? Maybe we just had a bad luck before. I don't know. Let me do myself a favor. I'm going to experiment here a second. I'm going to change the level back to Torment 1 a minute to see if I could do the boss on Torment 1. If I could do the boss on Torment 1, the lair boss, comfortably, then I will switch it to 2 and try again, because we have a lot of pieces that we can do. But I don't want to, like, jump the gun and think, like, I'm ready for a lair boss on that one, and I can't do it. So this is, like, a good test here. This is Beast and Ice. Let's go do this. I'd rather test for science than be wrong and waste a whole bunch of materials that I worked hard to get. And on top of this, there's a possibility that I'll drop, hopefully, a Mythic anyway. I want to see how much damage I do to a regular Tormented 1 lair boss. And then see if we're ready for that. And then if not, we'll go back up to Torment 2 difficulty. Because it makes no sense to do it on a different one if we can't. Alright, show yourself, Creedon. I think this comes out and hits you with a one-hit kill, too, if you're not careful. There's a lot of one-hit, like... Okay. Okay, this one's way easier than I was expecting it to be. So we could probably do it in Torment, too. We could probably do it in Torment, too. Oh! Hello? What did you show up for? I did not summon you. Unique ring, maybe? Unique gloves? Unique boots? Rune Nargu? Okay, cool. Ooh, interesting. I can't personally use this for this build, though. But this has uses. NT and Greaves, I don't use this on this build. My Sorceress would have appreciated that. Reef of Auric Laurel. Interesting. Holy Boat has up to a chance to purify. I don't think that's... First of all, what happened to this? This is the ring I was using before. Why did that get swapped? First of all. I don't know when that got swapped, but it got swapped apparently. Give me 1 sec, I'm sorry. I want to double check something here. We already have that on our ring. That's why I kept that apparently? Okay. This doesn't really do anything, because I don't play Purify, so this is no use to me. Alright. But we got gear, right? So that's important. So I'm going to try to do the same boss again, but I'm going to try to do it at Torment 2 difficulty. If I can't do it at Torment 2 difficulty, I'm going to farm some lair bosses for a bit to see if I can get some decent gear that I need. Like the mace in particular is something that I want desperately. We'll just throw some of this stuff... I'll pick up those two. We'll throw some of this stuff in the box, because even though I can't technically use it, next season there is a cube recipe that I can put these in and craft a different unique out of them. Because they're bringing the Horatic Cube back. That's from Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Diablo 3 was called Kanai's Cube. So for science again, we're gonna switch the boss difficulty and see if I can survive on Torment 2. Because that would probably drop ancestral gear. Should be kind of important. And then see how that goes. Alright. Does anybody remember where that boss was? I think it's like near here. Yep. Let's see if we can handle it. And if I can't handle it, I'll drop it back down a level. We'll go farm a couple of bosses on Torment 1, just because we're trying to, again, gear up. Hold that thought. We're trying to gear up. This is just basically what you do in terms of, like, speed farming, to get, like, efficiency, too. Also, on top of that, because it'll help us Paragon farm a bit. Alright. This build is really fun to use for Paladin. It takes a long time to get it going and get, like, all the pieces that you necessarily need for it, but when you do get it, it feels good. You just gotta remember that this thing's gonna try to kill me in one hit in the beginning. Hi. Oh, you move. Yeah, he's way tankier. I don't think this is a good idea. This might not be a good idea. Let's move here. Are you casting poison? Oh, that's the one hit. Gotta be careful. He's less comfortable to farm right this way. Forgot he does that. Yeah, he's not yet comfortable really to farm this way. I'm stuck. Literally, he has me frozen in place. Yeah, I gotta grab these, because if I don't, I'm cooked. Literally. I'm out of resources at the worst time, Dreadknights. Oh, jeez Louise. Doesn't matter. What was a waste? Oh, gotta move, gotta move, gotta move. I'm dead. Yeah, we're not ready yet. Not for Torment 2 lair bosses. Not yet. We need to have our gear a little bit better refined. So we'll come back and we'll do those at a later time. Because it makes no sense to waste a whole bunch of resources on that. It's good to know. We can do pit runs in Torment 2. We can also do Hell Tides, but we don't really need to do any of that stuff right now. So I'm trying to target farm some specific gear that will help this build. So we kind of know where we stand roughly right now. Which is good. Good. We have a basis to go on. And we can continue to improve it. Why is this horse stuck here? We'll just, like, fix it. Fix up the build a little bit more. Do a couple more Paragon farm, too. Because obviously we still got stuff that we can do here. Push that out that way. Strength? No. That's strength. This is all intelligence. So we're going this way. And we're going to get that. Then we're going to go up this way to get that. And then we'll go this way to connect to the next board. Alright. In Torment 1 again, correct? I am. Okay. Let's start farming bosses for a bit. Betrayer's Husk. But I won't be able to open anything from that, right? So I need, like, to farm bosses where I have, like, a lot of materials to keep, like, doing stuff with. Judicator's Mask? Let's try it. Let's see what it gives us. And we'll just keep doing these for a bit. Because we have to break up some of... I don't want to say tedious, because it's not tedious, keep that in mind. We have to break up some of our endgame activities. So that way... And on top of that, this is a good way. Because the thing is, in Diablo games, you have to farm at a level that you're comfortable at first, and then you gear up a little bit further with that. So, you know, if you're dying on certain things and it's taking a long time to kill things, you're not efficiently farming. So it's all about speed, really. I've mentioned this before in Diablo 3. It's all about speed and efficiency. If you're not doing things fast and efficient, it's not worth doing it because you're just kind of wasting time, so to speak. Probably with like 1 or 2 other people, we would have been able to do that boss. Show yourself. Fermented Herbal. You're probably going to go down pretty quick. Can I break for your shield? Okay. See, case in point, like, we kill him in, like, 30 seconds. This is fast and efficient farming. If I do it the other way, it's not fast and efficient. It's just taking too long. I can't open the chest? You need 12 of them? Wow. But we did it. We just don't get anything for it. I feel like Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory right now. You get nothing! Can't even open the Doom chest. Speaking of which, there's a Doom event that's going on where you get some free cosmetics. And I think I've earned a couple of things from here. Yeah. Let's get the weapons first. This event's almost over, though. Ends in like 4 days. Okay. Let's get the 50 here. I mean, I'm gonna hit it before, you know, time expires. It's unfortunate I can't open these because I didn't have enough mask. And the thing is, it doesn't stay there, so it's not like I can go on the world map and collect the mask and come back. Because it'll have me do the boss again, if I remember correctly. It would be nice, and this is just something... I know the devs are changing it, where it's only going to be, like, 1 key. But it'd be nice if I knew how many it takes to open a chest, so that way I have the proper amount. Like, you see how I show you here? How it says this is the lair boss and stuff, but it doesn't say how many of the extra materials you need to actually open. You know, so it'd be nice. Just a nice little nuance. I hope they do something like that. But obviously it's going to change, because you're only going to need keys too, so maybe they've changed it a bit. Who knows? So it's interesting what they decide to do in terms of the development cycle. But that's like a little nitpick for me. Okay, let's go up this way. Nice. Okay, let's go this way. Another one. Perfect. And then the boss should be... Oh, it's the wolf thing again. You better give me gear, and I better not have to do something, like, crazy to be able to get it. I'm being a little bit of an entitled brat right now. This thing is hard to fight, I gotta be honest with you. This is like the final boss in the first expansion. I don't like dealing with them, that's the thing. Yeah, get wrecked, nerd. Get wrecked, nerd. I'm sorry, I'm talking trash to him. I better be able to open this. I can, okay, great. Nice. We got some uniques there, boys and ladies and gentlemen, and a rune I needed. What do we get? Argent Veil. Ooh, this actually, well, I don't really use the evade on this. It's something. Maybe, I'm gonna mark it, I have to check. Herald of Zakarum shield. Okay, what does this do? Gain 30% strength, increase armor, and retribution chance? Interesting. Obsidian blade of the Crucible Juggernaut? Flicker step. I hate flicker step. It's not very useful. It's only really useful if you're using, like, sorcerer or sorceress. Good loot. Not exactly what I was looking for. But it's something. Is it something good? Debatable. These are things that could potentially help our build. I need the mace, though. That's the thing I need to drop. I keep saying it, but there's this mace that powers up Blessed Hammers. Blessed Hammers are those things that rotate around me for people who are not familiar with the terminology. Is there a blacksmith in town? Usually there is. Let's see if we have enough stuff to do a little bit of gambas while we're at it. Not you. I know it's here. Okay. Let's gamble a bit and see if we can get it. I'm looking for a unique mace. I don't think we got it. We did not get it. I have been looking for this mace. I wonder if it drops on this torment level. That could be the other thing. It might not. Excuse me? Wolf fight? Hello? But no vulnerable damage on it, which is what I really want. But it is a better weapon, so we'll save it. For now. It's going to be probably our best in slot. Okay. I don't like this base camp. I might be a little bit of a nitpicky with that type of stuff, so I will go to one that's kind of more comfortable for me. Alright. Let's go over this way. This is a chair to sit on. I don't want to sit on a chair. Let's go to this blacksmith over here because they also have a chest that's like right next to them, so I can just kind of junk things for now. Getting a decent amount of loot. I have to see if that's going to be useful for anything. So what is retribution chance? Let's look if there's a skill that says retribution. Because if not, we might be able to just slot that for now. Just for the hell of it. But only like if it procs something that we need. No, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Might be able to use it. These are just because I have a piece of gear, for those who are wondering. This is Defiance Aura. This is Jerkator. Oops. Sorry about that. Like I said, my door's a little messed up. Blessed Hammer. Okay. We might actually be able to use the shield. Or the stats better than what I have right now. 45% block chance, 40% block chance. Main hand, ignore durability loss, that's kind of nice. Maximum life, better armor. Chance for retribution to deal double damage? Is retribution actually a skill and I'm overlooking it? Let me double check everything. Because I don't want to like put a piece of gear and then find out I can't use it for Jack Diddley Squat. What is this? CNF? No. Judgment Day, Isolation, Baffa. Okay. Fascinating. Give me a second, Dreadknights. I want to look this up because I don't want a potato brain here. And, like, for science, it's usually a good idea to check these things on stream a second. So, what is Retribution Paladin Diablo 4? Because I don't personally know because this is a new class. I don't want to make a mistake. Retribution Forms Paladin's top tier damage build. Season 12 focusing on covering forms. That's not what I really want to. Uses Shield of Retribution. Okay. Okay, I see. Okay, I don't need this. If we're playing the Blessed Shield build, I need it. I don't need it for this particular thing. Okay, good to know. Let's continue with the game, shall we? I figured it was something I didn't really need, but somebody else could use it, just not me. I actually kind of like this ring, but it's lower on, you know, for science. I can't craft anything yet. I don't have the materials for that. It's 25 or 25 for that. Do I have enough materials for this? I think I do.
Of kingly men, use it well.
That's a lot of resources we just used. Gain 5 faith. I don't use that anyway. Let me check skill tree again. I'm sorry. I know this is Fury Crafting. This is part of Dungeon Crawlers. So you don't... There's not a skill called Arbiter's Evade. Let me double check that. So, I mean, this basically, this build has Arbiter in it. Because anytime I transform into the Angel that you've been seeing is me basically doing that. I just want to double check. Sometimes I don't look at all the skills. But yeah, if this ring works the way I think it works, this is like our next best in slot for the moment. Which it's looking like it's the next best in slot. It's the next best in slot. Okay, good. We're gonna use this for now. I'm gonna hold that there. That stuff I'm keeping. I know, I'm sorry that took a long time, but we're trying to, like, gear up. Let's go in there and try it out. And then I think the next thing that I'm gonna do is... I do want to target more bosses, but I need some materials from keys. That's why I want to do that. Just so I can get a little bit, wee bit stronger here. Okay. I think I see what it's... I definitely feel stronger. Yeah, it might be a placebo effect, but I don't know for certain. I don't feel like it casted anything there. I could be wrong. I mean, for now, it's a good ring, and we'll swap it to something else when we need it. Good. Nice. Good amount of rotation. This is the event. Let's take you out. I do feel like we're better, because maybe when I do that evade... Who knows? Look how powerful we are on this one. We're doing pretty well on Torment 2 too. But just, you know. Good amount of stats there. And I do this because I need materials too. This is part of like the endgame loop. Good damage. Yeah, bring your forces of hell. I'm not worried. Peep around and find out. What are you doing here? I don't need a Gary Sue doing stuff. I can do this on my own, bro. Hey, when random people come out of nowhere. That's the one thing I wish we could do, is turn off the actual living world a bit. Because it's just kind of annoying when you have somebody that just comes and does the same thing. They're playing basically the same build, though. C'est la vie. Girl, are you flexing? He's flexing. Eh. Well, I guess thanks. Now go off in your other direction and don't bother me again. I hate when they do that. That's my one biggest pet peeve with Diablo 4 right there. Sometimes you just like... For me, it breaks my immersion when there's other people in the world and I'm doing like an event and they just come out of nowhere and do crap like that. I'm not mad at them, keep that in mind, it's part of the game, but it's just for me, I hate when my immersion gets broken from stuff like that. You know? For me, I would prefer people don't like randomly just like jump in and stuff. I wish there was an option to turn that off. So I could just be like the only person in the world. Again, these are like not good for farming. I just want like materials for the moment. In fact, we probably are better off doing the lair boss at this point. Most likely. It's probably we are. I need more materials too, that's the thing, so it's like I gotta... And you gotta kind of keep like your endgame productivity up, right? Okay, good. Decent amount of damage here. Got another trio whisper coming up pretty soon, I would say. Up this. Can I do this yet? I can. Okay, great. Perfect. Nice. Good. Good amount of damage. This up. That's it. Okay, we got another rune word. That'll be kind of useful. My kind of useful depends if I look at them and figure out what exactly I want to socket into them. Because that's another thing I gotta look up rune words and see which are most effective. I think I've gotten a couple that drop that are good for this build. Alright, let's see here. Drop that. Everything is basically getting smited here. This is 150 to open that one. Okay. Let's go over there. I'm also trying to do Trio Whisper stuff. Trying to kill, like, 3 or 4 birds with one stone, you could say. Thank you for joining me, as always, too, Dreadknights. I do appreciate that. People who in chat, people who watch on VOD, people who lurk. I'm definitely getting back into the Diablo content. There will be guides coming out. Again, I'm just kind of... This is why I spent like a week just playing Diablo on stream. 4 in particular, because I wanted to kind of have a feel for the game again, see what I need, particularly in terms of build. Like, the Paladin build is probably one of the first ones I'm truly working on, but again, I gotta see how much they're gonna change the skill tree from the Lord of Hatred expansion versus what we have concurrently. Based on what I saw in the campfire chat, I don't think, like, Paladin's gonna get changed too much this season coming up. Except for, like, one thing that they showed, which looked like a pretty cool set talisman, because they're basically bringing back the sets in the form of talismans. They gave you, like, 3 different skills at the same time, which I thought was pretty cool. Okay, so we did that. We don't have to do any more True or Whisper things. We can just kind of focus on getting the chest. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm the Wanderer. I save everybody's life. That's what you do. There's a chest over here. Up this to keep our angel form, basically. Let me do this for the sake of argument. Just because I want more shards and stuff. I also have to do a Nightmare Dungeon. There's like a whole bunch of different rotations. I am looking forward to the War Plans. Because the War Plans in the Lord of Hatred basically let you customize like a list of things that you're going to do endgame activities. And it like just takes you to those places to do it right away. So you don't have to kind of plan it all out on yourself. And on top of that, there's like modifiers that apparently give certain things. I really like the concept of the War Plans from the Lord of Hatred expansion. I think that's like a really good way of kind of like setting up the endgame activities. There are some ARPGs that have done something similar in the past. I think some people who play Path of Exile say that Path of Exile does it. I don't personally play Path of Exile. It's not my cup of tea. Like, again, when I play like a dungeon crawler, I know this is probably, you know, blind fan loyalty. I I think of Diablo when I think of dungeon crawlers. I don't think of Path of Exile. Just because I grew up with this franchise. Literally, I played all the games. Even like old school Diablo 2. I will play Diablo 2 again at some point. Like, I do want to pick up the new expansion for Diablo 2 and test it out and see what, like, with the Warlock. But for now, since, like, Diablo 4 is, like, the new bells and whistle thing, I just kind of want to be focused on the newer game, because, again, all the content for me is new. As opposed to, like, Diablo 4, yeah, excuse me, Diablo 2, yeah, there's going to be, like, some new stuff that's available to do in the game, but it's not necessarily new content for me. You know, like, I wish they would go back and do, like... And they'll never do it, because they kind of want to sunset Diablo 3, but I would love to see them do, like, another expansion for Diablo 3. Give it the Diablo 2 Resurrected treatment and stuff. If they did, like, a Diablo 3 Resurrected, I would love that. But Dread, you have it, it's called Diablo 4. Yeah, I guess that's kind of true. It's kind of true and it's kind of not. Alright, let's go this way. Do this. Good. Decent amount. And drop this here again. I want white loot to drop. 75. Nothing good. Well, we got a meaty offering. Those are kind of useful. Sort of. Not even anymore, because I've already done the butcher stuff. Alright, let's get this. Do this. Gonna be going until 7 o'clock. So I started a little bit earlier to get a little bit of extra time for me. Not a lot of extra time, but enough. Nice 2-hour grind session. We did get some uniques that I think are good, but nothing particularly I could use for this build. Like, I really want the mace. I've been saying that a while. I'm gonna try to do a butcher run, just get rid of an item. And do, like, the seasonal activity here. Drop that. Okay, good. Nice. Perfect. Everything's just dropping so quick. Is a butcher over here? No, that's not the butcher. There's a different thing spawn. Okay, good. Decent amount. Let's drop this here. Alright, let's go here. I think the server has a little bit of a lag. It's not affecting the stream though, from the looks of it.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
You're welcome. That's what I do. I'm the Wanderer. I'm here to help. Let's go get the weapon gift over there. I suspect it's going to require at least 125 to 150 cinders to open it. I haven't done the Dark Citadel either, which is something I want to try out, but I hear you gotta, like, find people to actually party up with. Because I have never touched it, because again, I just got back into Diablo 4, so I kind of just picked up the Lord of Hatred expansion a couple days back, and obviously gave us the Vessel of Hatred stuff. I did play through the Vessel of Hatred campaign. I still hate Neurel, I'm sorry. And I don't want to spoil this for anybody who hasn't seen, like, the opening cutscene to Diablo 4 Lord of Hatred. But I think Neurel... If you don't like Neurel, I think you're in luck based on that cinematic. I don't want to really say too much because I don't want to give it away, even though it's not truly a spoiler because it's like they put it out there for out in the open. 150 for that? Okay, fine. Is it a two-handed one or single-handed? It's a single-handed. Okay, I'll play your game. I'll play your game, Helltide. We'll get it here very easily. Instant arbiter form. Good amount of damage, good amount of damage, good amount of damage. How many cinders do we have? 150. We can already open it, but I'm going to keep pushing this just so we can get a little bit of access. Because greed is good, Dreadknights. And these things can't really one-shot me per se right now. We should be... Yeah, we're gravy. We're Gucci, fam. We're so good. I stepped out of the circle like a dummy. Got a little too greedy there. That's fine. It gave us a little bit extra. Wait your turn! I will kill you when I want to kill you. I haven't gotten any impactful loot out of these. But we are getting Paragon points, which is just as equally important for the board. Excuse me? Alright. Thanks for that, I suppose. I did say I wanted to do the Nightmare Dungeon, did I not? So we'll probably do one, even though I feel like there's no point to run Nightmare Dungeons either right now. Good amount. Drop that. Good. Drop. Yeah, there's another chest coming up. Go. Drop these things. Decent amount. Good. Roar, you're angry. I'm even more angry. I could just drop my Spears of Light on you. Let's open this. Hopefully get a better chest piece. Nope. We'll still have, like, materials that we could use, though, like living steels and stuff, so... This is why I was like, we gotta do the Helltide. Because I need more pieces of gear. Piece items to be able to summon more lair bosses. It's part of the grind. I can't wait till, like, the Lord of Hatred expansion, just because, like, the keys... You won't have to get, like, a whole bunch of items, it's just one key. So that's, like, a godsend, because the annoying part is, like, with inventory stashes, too. Sometimes you don't have the stuff that you need. This is one where we pick up the souls. I can do that. Good. Let's pick these up as well. Nice. Good amount. Drop that. Good amount. I think we're killing them quicker than we can pick this up, ironically. Yeah. We're killing them as way too quick. It's fine. Just gotta pick these up, though, in order to actually get the mastery on it. I'm gonna do this just because I don't want to have to keep attacking. It's kind of a waste of an ultimate, but it saves me time. Case in point, killed it. Nailed it. Bad loot there, too. That's fine. I don't really care for that. Where's there in our chest? One over here, Gift of Protection. So we're gonna hit that next. And onward to victory. Alright. Let's drop out of here. Good. Decent amount. I wonder if we've been getting any more, like, currency for the Doom event, too, because I don't feel like we've had any currency in a while, which is a little bit... Not so much deflating. Does it just be nice to get something? Okay, cool. We're metagaming right now, you could say. Nice. I need an enemy to spawn. I guess we're killing them quicker than they can spawn at this point. So although we're doing fast and efficient, the enemies can't keep up with us, so we're losing a little bit of time now too. The irony, right? The irony. Okay, good. Pick that up. Surprised we got some materials to actually drop. Me open this while they're being clowns. Yeah. Let me open my chest in peace. This is leg guards. We don't really need anything from leg guards. We got our Paragon point. We're going to be leveling up pretty quickly for our Paragon board, too, because of these. This is why you also do Helltides. I personally am not the biggest fan of this game mechanic, but, you know, it's something. If it helps you level stuff quicker, like, you know, it's the end all, you know, but I've never been a big fan of this stuff. I feel like this particular endgame loop, and this was like an endgame loop for a while before the lair bosses. They've improved the endgame loop, and apparently it's way better than on Monday, because Monday comes out. I will be streaming the game on Tuesday. I might do a no mic stream just as I play through the story campaign on Monday, depending on if there's server issues, just so I can experience the story, because like I'm gonna be doing my regular stream that I normally do on Monday, probably with Monster Hunter. And then I'm gonna wait to like download the thing and stuff. I don't want to really like do a very late stream because I live in an apartment complex and, you know, neighbors, if I start screaming and stuff, I don't want to necessarily have any issues or headaches with that. So I'll probably do like a no mic one. I'm gonna have the VTuber model up. You'll probably be able to see that. Then on Tuesday, I'm definitely doing like a full mic stream of Lord of Hatred. We'll try to go as long as we can that day. I'm definitely excited for everything. Is there any more chests left? I think there's only one left on the map. So that'll be the next one that we loot, and then from there we'll go do our endgame activities. If we still have some time. Go until 7. Nice. Perfect. Good job. It's just for resource gen. Could do the event there. I don't think it's 100% necessary. I think we got a rune here. You gonna do this? Might as well. Oh no, I'm not doing that quest. I hate that one. Nothing against kids, but it's one of the more annoying ones to have to deal with. Okay. Just because it takes like so long in terms of the event. You gotta lead the child around to certain areas. It's just kind of a nuisance. I don't really feel like we have anything else we can do here, right? Guess we could do the butcher mechanic for the halberd and see if we get any decent drops. So, yeah, that's the play here. Hold that thought. We'll do the seasonal activity, even though I don't think it's really going to give us amazing drops. So I'll try for the science. Because we need, anyway, cinders to be able to open that chest, so we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone, basically. Meaty offering. The only thing is, unfortunately now, I transform into the butcher, so I don't have, like, the paladin aura for a couple seconds, and see if this gives us anything useful here. So I wasn't really a big fan of the seasonal theme. And it's nothing against it, it's just, like, a very slow season. Like, I don't... Transforming into the butcher kind of a little weak sauce, but I understand that we're getting ready to do like a whole bunch of air stuff. Let's do that. Fresh meat. I feel like our drops are going to be even amazing here. Just like an odd feeling. Okay, come on. Come on. Good thing is like nothing really kills us. Good. That's more fresh meat. Fresh meat. I mean, finding the butcher once is kind of cool. I like the fact that the butcher is going to be like a super lair boss. Roar. Roar. Okay, good. Roar. Does this give me anything worthwhile doing it now? Nothing. Not even Paragon parts, so there's no point to do this endgame activity at where we're at anymore. I mean, it gave us cinders at least, I hope. Yep. So that's like the only thing it's good for, cinder farming at that. That's unfortunate. I didn't expect that seasonal theme to be very, very impactful for very, very long into this. So, you know. Do this. Get more Paragon points. We don't really need the Paragon points, but I'll just do it for the sake of... Well, we do need Paragon points, but... We could kind of go and do another activity now at this point. Oh, good. Bye. let's go over this way. Got a notification on TikTok. Thank you, whoever that was that left a like and comment on TikTok. We'll be making more TikTok and shorts. I just was like waiting to get like some content that's worthwhile. Again, like I don't want to keep doing Yu-Gi-Oh shorts. I don't want to move into doing some like Diablo 4 shorts. Which I do have a funny one from yesterday's stream that I'm gonna go back and make it. Just haven't had time. Again, there's like a lot of stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes that people haven't seen. 150. Alright, 150 it is. To open that chest. We'll get them pretty quick. And I kind of regret I didn't do that activity all the way up on the top part of the map. Good. We might have got a unique to drop randomly. That's what I like. Okay, come on. More enemy spawns, please. The density is kind of a little bit bad now. I feel like they took enemies out of the Helltide. I gotta go back to then have everything's respawn to then come back this way. 15 minutes left. Something spawn, please. There we go. Alright, let's do this. You barely gave me anything. You cheapskate. We're killing things too quickly. I have to go to a different area of the map just to then go back to get the actual weapon cachet. Come on, give me 2 more cinders. That's all I need. You know, desire sensor's really kicking in here. Alright. Come on. Kill you. Give me cinders. You did. You almost killed me too because I got a little too aggressive. It also gave me a rune word though, so that's a plus. Alright. Let's go get that chest. I think it was somewhere over bottom portion. That's the last chest that we have to open here too. I'm getting a lot of birds. Alright, drop that down. There's the chests. Gotcha luck, I guess you could say. No unique out of that. Oh, bro, you're killing me. At least we get some glyphs. Let's go back to base. I'll start doing lair bosses again. And then from there, I think the next objective that I'm gonna do is go back to, like, Tournament 2 difficulty and start farming over there for the rest of the stuff I need. Basically, you need, like, materials to put some of the stuff marked onto my gear. Everything I'm doing has a point. It might not make sense to some. Alright, let's get rid of you. Keep that. If it's not ancestral right now, I don't care for it. Unless it's like a white thing that'll help improve the current build. Can't believe we still haven't gotten that damn mace. For all this time, man. Nothing there was ancestral? Oh. I'm not crying, Dreadknights. I'm not crying, but that was a little rough, man. Let's see. Where is my smith? That's weapons. That's rings. There's the smithy. It's literally in front of me. We bypassed them. Hello there. That's junk. Give me stuff I need. Alright. Let's go to the Tree of Whispers. I might be smart about this and try to claim it on a different rank, so that way we have a possibility of getting, like, some actual gear that I want. You know? I think for science we probably should do that. That would be the wisest thing. And then we'll continue. Thank you everybody that's, like, joined today. I do appreciate it. Had a lot of fun. We will be playing more Diablo. Get used to it. This is going to be a mainstay on the channel. I might play it multiple times in a week. I enjoy this. It's my comfort game. There will be builds and other stuff coming. Alright, let's see. What do I need? Well, the ring is kind of not important right now. The boots, I need to... Arbor's evade cooldown is reduced by 3 point? I kind of like this one, though. I gotta be honest with you. So... we're just gonna keep that. Because this is kind of for crowd control, which is kind of important. And then we can increase that with movement speed. This doesn't have a gem, though. The weapon is definitely better.
All right, traveler.
Let's get the weapon on here. Not the Juggernaut one. Not that one. That's not it. Discipline skill steel. Increased damage, correct? Let me verify that before I do something stupid. Yeah, okay.
I can take common.
So let's
turn
do
it
that
special.
for now. That's not it. Sorry about that. Okay, good. Now we just gotta add the holy damage to that. We need to lose vulnerable damage, though. But I mean, it's better than what we have, and we're trying to just increase our power right now. We can always then, you know, later on fix something if we don't necessarily like the way it is. That's the really good part about this. Oops, what did I do? Don't want that. Let's go here. On you. Weapons. Brandish. Falling Star deals double damage. Seal. Holy Bolt. Blessed Hammers deal double damage. Would be nice if I have that on Sentinels. Blessed Shield. Can I put 2 stats on here? I don't remember. I think we can. Let's try it. So let's see. First thing we're gonna do is not that one. Not Shield Bass. Blessed Hammer. See how that goes. 26% chance. Try it again. 26. Don't make me brick something.
Anything
Is
great?
it better now, or did we ruin the weapon? 25. I mean, better than nothing, but that's like my pet peeve with this game sometimes, that you brick a weapon by getting a terrible stat onto it. Hopefully the holy damage will work. Oh, I can't. It's just that one stat. Well, then. Well, we gotta go grind some more materials if we want to add stuff. I mean, that's a little bit better, a little bit worse. You know, what are you gonna do about it? That's just how it's part of the game. How do I craft these? We don't have any of the material. Oh, no. That would be good, because there's some stuff I would want in here. Like this I would want. But what are the requirements for it? It doesn't even tell you. Show materials. How do I see that on controller now? X, okay. So we need rune words that we don't really have. Unfortunate. I got it. I understand why they do that, though. Can I unsocket this, please? Okay.
Another time, then.
Let's switch to gems. It's in here. Oh, it's a little bit better, a little bit worse. Alright. I don't need that. That's no longer needed. Let's mark this, because I can get rid of that. The chest piece, again, I want to keep a specific one, so we'll get rid of that. Casting a skill grants arbiter. Let's see if I have to make this necklace. That's the error half of it.
No witchcraft here.
Yeah, I know, no
Only
witchcraft.
honest magic.
Do we have the materials for this, though? That's not it. Offensive skill, I believe. We don't have enough materials. We gotta go grind. That's the problem right now. Like, we're low on materials because we had to do so many other things. Maybe we do a pit run? I'm an idiot, right? Didn't I say I was gonna do the True Whispers? Let me see if I can do it on, like, Torment 2. I don't want to say cheat the system necessarily, but, like, get more ancestral stuff, too. Change the difficulty, close any active nightmare dungeons, and release perfect. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Because it makes no sense to redeem something on a lower difficulty setting when we can't increase the odds of trying to get something we necessarily need. And I think, like, the way I'm going to close out stream, because we have, like, 15 minutes left, I'm going to just farm a couple of lair bosses. Because we're already at 2 hours and 4, but I want to get to 7 o'clock, which is 15 minutes from now. I think that's kind of what we should do. I want to fight that boss, too, if it's available. One-handed. I gotta get really lucky here that I get the unique. No, I didn't get the unique. Well, we got a glyph at least. You know this ironic thing? None of those were ancestral either, so it really didn't matter. Oop. I want those, I want that. Goodbye that. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I feel like we're never gonna get the item I really want. Desire sensor is real. But we got, like, decent, you know, stuff today. I had fun. I'm gonna continue to grind off the stream once the stream ends. I can't stream anymore because my voice is a little bit tired, Dreadknights, because it's been a bit. You know, trying to commentate over things and stuff. The Moments of Sanctuary leveling up with you. Okay. Cool. So I think the next thing... Go do the lair bosses. That's a lair boss. I like that that one's, like, wide out in the open and shows you. This is a lair boss. Is this Andariel? No, that's that guy that you need, like, 12 of to open. Which is kind of annoying. Need fear free, so we can't do another pound of flesh. Where's another lair boss? Living Steel. Let's do this one. So, a lot of effective grinding today. A lot of Paragon farming. And we'll wrap up pretty soon in about like 10 minutes or so. Oop. Sorry about that. Like I said, this controller's getting a little bit stuck. I have a replacement one coming tomorrow, but it was supposed to originally get here today, but, you know, sometimes things don't work in your favor for that. Okay, good. Take care of these guys. Oh, yeah, it's really stuck now. Give me 1 second, Trina. Sorry about that, I just didn't want you to hear me blowing air into instant our lair boss. Is this your one-hit attack? Ah, I fell for it. It's fine. I have a one-hit attack too. Oh, you're tanky. Are you resistant to holy damage? Oh, I think he is. Oh, fascinating. We might be in trouble here, Dreadknights. This one's actually quite a bit of a challenge. Okay, it's alright. I'm not that scared. Maybe a little bit. Might have peed my pants a little bit. Nah, I kid, I kid. Are you trying to kill me in one hit? You are. Move back. Don't be stupid. Ow, that hurt. Well, it was a lot harder than I was expecting it to. You better give me, like, amazing loot for that. Oh, we killed him in Torment too. I never switched it to Torment. Happy accident. That's why he was that hard. Oh, baby. Gave me good loot, though, so I'm not gonna moan about it too much. What do we got? Oh, come on! Boots? It's none of the boots I need, too. What is this? Casting aura skills triggers. I don't use that in this build. Doombringer. Hey, we got a cosmetic horse though. That's nice. That's something. Hey. Oh, that's cool. That isn't that the sword from Doom? Because it's part of the event. I didn't realize that it's actually... I can transmog that. Well, I don't use swords, though. Oh, that's cool, though. That's cool. I would equip it to show you, but I'd unequip my items right now. That was nice. Can we do it again? I feel like trying it one more time. It was a decent... I gotta get used to that attack. Oh, you hit so hard. Literally, you hit so hard. And then you take up all my resources when I do that. Okay, that's fine. Play the waiting game here. Ow! You hurt me a bit. Okay, we're alright, we're alright, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. Dreadknights, maybe we're not okay, we're okay. Tread, don't be a little you-know-what. We can do this. Believe! Do you believe in me the way that I believe in all of you, Dreadknights? Dread might be stuck, okay? Okay. We got him, we got him, we got him. Why am I farming him? Because he's like an easy Torment 2 boss right now. We found an Achilles heel. Alright. Give me something good. Please don't be like the same 5 items, because that'll make me cry. A Mantle of the Grey. Well, I mean, I have one already. If it had been Ancestral, that would have been nice. What is this? I don't use Divine Lance. Rancor's Wake. Or Arachnoph's Wake, excuse me. When you cast a skill with a cooldown, you explode, dealing... that's not that great. Ha! Judicator skills have up to Blessed Spear that carries a Judgment Mark. That's kind of okay. But I only have 1 Judgment skill on this particular build. So... yeah. Let's do it again. Again! Again, again, again! Just don't be dumb. Just don't die, Dread. Oh my god, that was a terrible rotation. That's a terrible, terrible rotation. It's okay. Don't panic, Dread. Is he stuck? He looks stuck. Let's do this now. I'm out of resources. Worst time for that to happen. Come on. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. I'm okay. We're okay. I keep saying I'm okay until we make sure that we are. We are okay. Good. Nice. Give me something good. Shard of Agony. Excuse me, Agony. We had that already, right? Mantle, Light, Stalwart, Pentient, Butcher's Cleaver. Are you kidding me? Alright, let's go do a different one. And see if we can kind of pull off the same thing against some of those. I like that we're very powerful. I was concerned we couldn't do some of these lair bosses on this tournament level. I was wrong. One of the few times I'm very happy that we were wrong. Got a lot of uniques. Stuff I can't personally use for this build, but it's something. We did that one already. Betrayer's Mask we have done already. Sphinx tucked away here. Pound of Flesh. Shard of Agony. Yeah, let's do this. Shard of Agony. I'm tongue-tied. You should read it. I'm tired. It's been a while. My voice actually kind of hurts a little bit too. Hopefully Duriel's not as hard as he used to be, because I remember him clapping me quite a bit. And then we'll... you know? Okay. Our build is pretty good too, so that kind of helps a little bit. Nice. Let's go back into Arbiter form. And go this way. This is like a really hard boss. I hate the poison. I remember the poison really being the sticking point of how hard he is. Rawr. Rawr. Rawr, where are you? Show yourself. I need him to show me the life bar for— I hate that freaking attack he does. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're actually great. We're kind of okay. Oh, don't run like a little you-know-what. It's a one-hit KO attack if I recall. Oh, you. I knew he was going to do that too. This is the part I got to be really, really careful with. He likes to clown around. It's the poison damage too that's like the really annoying thing to deal with. I don't have a lot of poison resistance Dreadknights in case you're wondering about that. No! Oh, those stupid little minions, I swear. Come on. Come on. Believe. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Come on. Oh, the poison. Yeah, we're not ready for him. This part of the fight is always like... Oh, God. When he comes back, he's gonna... Oh, my controller got stuck at the worst time, too. Hi. Okay. Don't panic. I'm so panicking here. Do this, please. Oh, I need those health items. Come on. We're gonna end on this today. Woo! We did it. He was a lot harder than I thought he was gonna be. Alright. 3 shards at least for this. You give me. Give me a ring. Alright, let's see what he gave me. He gave me Soul Brand, Taslets. I don't need that ring. Alright, one of those weapons. A mount. 2 of those rings, huh? Not amazing, but not bad. I'm gonna call it there, because it's about to be 7 o'clock. I will continue to grind off a stream. Because there's a couple other bosses I want to hit in Tournament 2. We're getting much, much stronger. So that's definitely a plus. Alright, guys. And on top of that, we got a whole bunch of loot today. A lot more than I was expecting. Not necessarily I wanted the mace. Unfortunately, we still haven't gotten the mace to drop. I don't know if it drops on this tournament level. I have to, like, look that up. But we got, like... Let's just recap what we got today, right? So, in today's installment, we got a Gate of the Red. We got a Nerf Fist of Fate. We got a... Yeah. Gate of the Red, Fist of Fate, Frostburn, Taslets of the Dawning Sky, Iterant Faith, which I don't know if that's useful for this build, Pentian Greaves, Reef of Auric Laurel, which is Holy Bolt, but I don't really use that per se. We also got Flicker Step again. We got a Herald of the Zakarum, which is kind of useful, not for this build. On top of that, we also got a Pentian Greaves, a March of the Stalwart Soul, which I don't really need. A March of the Stalwart Soul again. We got Sundar Knight, which again, I don't use this, but it's fine. We got the Demon Blade Crucible, which is obviously for Halo. Or not Halo, that was from the Doom thing. Rakenov's Wake. We got a Judicant's Glaive Helm. Not sure if I'm going to use that. It might have some uses, but I really don't feel like it's, compared to what we have right now, a good idea. We got a Ner Mantle of the Grey. I was hoping this would drop as an Ancestral. It did not. So we're stuck with that. We got a Light's Rebuke. We got a March of the Stalwart again. Another Pentian Greaves, another Pentian Greaves. The Butcher's Cleaver. I hate that item. Soul Brand, which it's good in a different type of build. More for like Sorceress. We got the Taslets of the Divine Sky. We got 2 of these rings, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce. We got also Vanguard's Warcry. And we also got... On top of that, we got to Torment Difficulty 2. We got some pieces of Ancestral Gear. We got this ring also that dropped, which is kind of helpful for now. Overall, I would say it was a very good day of farming in the 2-hour session that we had. I went like 2.5 hours almost here. I'm not going to go for the full 2.5 hours, though, because I have other things I need to do. With that being said, tomorrow I will probably be playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I'll probably play Sky Strikers, and then I'll be back on Monday. I'd probably do Diablo... I don't know if I'll do Diablo 4, I'll probably do Monster Hunter, and I might stream some of the story campaign without a mic at 7 p.m. Eastern, depending on how the servers are, and we'll experiment more. I had fun with the season. I'm still going to play the season off of stream and continue to grind, because I will use these characters, obviously, in Eternal Realm, whereas where I'm going to be doing a lot of theory crafting for older characters that I have, to try to figure out what's going to be the best and most efficient builds for people's seasonal journey and climbs, like I have done in the past. Again, I'm working in real time with, like, the Lord of Hatred expansion, so I don't know personally what is going to happen in terms of, like, builds and stuff of that nature. It could be that everything's kind of, you know, better, or it could be like some of the builds I already have are the main builds. We won't know until we really get hands-on with that, so it's going to take a couple days to kind of figure out everything and get kind of a good feel for things. I kind of have an idea exactly what to do with the Warlock. I probably will play Warlock, since it's the new class. I've already played quite a lot of the Paladin. I kind of know my ins and outs with him, or her, or they, or them, depending on how you think. And then I'll go back and work on the other ones. It's going to be at least a month process with guides, so they'll slowly trickle out. Because, again, I'm working real time. I can't, like, dedicate 24 hours a day to this game like our content creators can, but I will try to get the best stuff out to people who are faithful Diablo 3 guide watchers and stuff. With that being said, though, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for chatting. I do greatly appreciate it. Most importantly, I appreciate you. I will see you all tomorrow for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, Sky Strikers. Hopefully we'll have some fun. If not, I switch to a different game. With that being said, till next time, guys.